This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to be taking a look at Masters of the WWE Universe, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, evil lord of fireflies. On the back of the box, we see him going up against Macho Man Randy Savage, somebody with a black gauntlet, and I believe that is Rey Mysterio.
Yowie wowie!
The insane intergalactic host from another dimension can't wait to play with the superstars of WWE Eternia. All they need to do is
Let me in.
He's got a different layout on the back of the package because he has 3 special features to note, or I should say they've given us 3 boxes for the special features. The first being this is a WWE Eternia character who actually has a movable mouth. He's got a couple weapons that you can replace on his hands. And of course the twist and powerful battle positions like everybody else. And then his wave partners of Jake the Snake Roberts, Mr. T, himself, and Seth Rollins. Let's go ahead and open them up. Hey look, his comic wasn't taped down. Yay! They used rubber bands to hold him in place instead of little plastic tabby thingies that I hate so much. So, Bray Wyatt here was born Wyndham Lawrence Rotunda on May 23rd, 1987, and he passed away on August 25th, 2023 at the age of 36, making him a little too young to have died so early. He was best known for his 10 years in the WWE under the ring name Bray Wyatt from 2009 to 2021. He's a third-generation wrestler following the footsteps of his grandfather, Blackjack Mulligan, and his father, Mike Rotunda, and his uncles Barry and Kendall Wyndham. His younger brother, Taylor, is also a wrestler under the ring name Bo Dallas, he made his debut in a dark match on February 5th, 2009, in an episode of the Florida Championship Wrestling. He would work under the names Alex Rotundo and Duke Rotundo in June of 2099, he began teaming up with his brother Bo Rotundo, winning the FCW Florida Tag Team Championship. He wrestled under various ring names between 2008 and 2012 in the FCW and briefly wrestled on WWE's main roster from 2010 to 2011 as a member of the Nexus under the ring name Husky Harris. He has been praised for his character work. Readers of the Wrestling Observer newsletter voted him as the best gimmick twice, both in 2013 and 2019. His character from 2013 to 2008 was a villainous cult leader who believed himself to be the nagging conscience of an immoral world. As a leader of the Wyatt family, he had the main subordinates in Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, as well as Braun Strowman for a brief time. Following a hiatus from 2018 to 2019, he returned with a change in his character. He started hosting the Firefly Fun House, where he would perform a friendly-mannered children's television show host similar to Mr. Rogers. Soon after, he debuted his masked alter ego called the Fiend, a demon clown who had supernatural characteristics and remembered all the wrongdoings the others had inflicted on Wyatt in the past. During the Fiend's entrance, he would carry a severed head resembling Wyatt's old cult leader self with a lantern inside his mouth and use the heavy metal cover of his old theme song by Cold Orange. I'm going to say, man, they should have included that lantern in this figure. That would have been awesome. After returning in 2022, he debuted a new character called Uncle Howdy based on Richard Keel's portrayal of Captain Howdy in 1983. So he had a bunch of different characters he played in the ring, making him probably a great actor too, I would say, based on the awards he won. Let's go ahead and take a look at our articulation here. The vest appears to be kind of a new piece. Maybe it's from a WWE figure, one of the other figure lines, because it is kind of feels a little bit loose on him. He, of course, has the ball joint in the neck, which is hindered by both his hair and the vest. At some point, we will take that vest off and try that articulation again. And his mouth is supposed to open. There we go. Not an easy task, but you can do it. So that's cool. His arm goes up and pops off. Well, while we're there, let's go ahead and just take the vest off, shall we? He's also got this double band on his arm, which is a separate piece from his arm. There obviously was some hindering in his movements because of both this band and the vest. So we can go up, mostly down because the band does get in the way. Maybe we can slide that around a little bit to try to get out of the way. The band, actually, the band is actually two separate pieces, so there's that. Move that down a little further, move that down a little further. Maybe that'll get it out of the way so we can actually... Yeah. Still doesn't quite let his arm go all the way back into position where it should on that side. So up, down, spin around. He's got the single joint in the elbow. There does seem to be some discoloration from the bicep to the tricep here. Shoulder to the forearm. God, I hope I got those bones right, muscles right. We have a spin at the fist with his hands molded in black for gloves and the in and out articulation. We have a spin at the waist. He can kick up yay far, and he can kick back yay far, which is pretty much average for the Origin style bodies. Knee joint has a single hinge, and of course we have a bit of a spin there because it's got a peg to hold it in place. We are also joined with a boot cut, and he has the same boots that the majority of the WWE guys have. We've got a hinge at the foot, and of course the spin. Without the vest on, his head does move around a lot easier, and the hair doesn't really hinder the spin part, and doesn't really hinder the movement around. I suppose we should probably put the vest back on though. Oh my gosh. His head is stuck very tightly to his body. I'm wondering if that has something to do with the hinge in the jaw, which you can see see that there a little bit more closely. Kind of looks like, well, I mean, obviously there's a lot of black. The hinge, or that part itself where the hinge is black plastic, where everything else is white plastic, it looks like, I think. Because I don't think they would have painted the inside of this white, if it was black. So, he also looks like he's got a second set of teeth back there, but I don't know if you can really see that in the camera. So yeah, when you look at this with the vest on him, it does appear like this vest is sized for a larger figure, so I'm thinking that this comes from one of the other WWE figure lines, but I couldn't tell you what it comes from because Only the Masters of the Universe style figures are the ones that I've really picked up. Aside from, I did pick up one random figure at a discount store. On the other side, actually I guess the bands are really what gets in the way with the articulation. You can still move the other arm pretty much as normal with that vest on. Get his head back on there. Yeah, it's trying to get that vest to stand under his hair is not easy. Probably because, again, it's not really sized for the figure properly. And I am thinking that maybe somebody out there watching this video will recognize what this comes from. Because it's also got like 2 little holes in the back, so it looks like something might have been attached to it with the other figure. On the cover, we see him going up against the Skull King and Seth Rollins, which I wish I had seen this before. I would have brought the Skull King with me to do the wrestling fight. Inside, we have a nice little cheerful face of him there. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, evil lord of Fireflies. The great battle has begun. A darkness threatens to consume WWE Eternia as a faction of evil superstars rise from parts unknown to control the balance of power. But the heroic superstars accept the challenge and defend the planet and determine who are the masters of the WWE Universe. Height, 6 foot 3 inches. Weight, 285 pounds. Superstar powers. Creates nightmares, consumes fear, converts pain into power. Foreign objects, mace of healing and axe of hurting. I'm not thinking I should comment on that one. Inside the Fiend Zone, a portal to the Firefly dimension opens. Hi there, boys and girls. It's me, your old pal, Bray Wyatt. Do you want to know the word of the day? It's power. Do you have the power, boys and girls? I have a secret. Want to know my secret? You do? Well, I know someone else who has all the power in the universe and can make you powerful too, boys and girls. All you have to do is let him in. Just let him in, boys and girls.
Let me in. Yowie wowie!
It's interesting that he's on top of the... Again, this seems to go with that whole idea that there's a story arc going in through these comics, and once I get all these comics out, or get through all these, I'm going to have to take a good look at it. I also kind of appreciate that he's dressed like Prince Adam there. Man, I wish he came with a second head, because God knows I got enough extra Prince Adams from when the Sky Sled and Prince Adam went on clearance sale. And of course, on the back, we see again Jake the Snake Roberts, the evil purveyor of poisons, Mr. T, heroic pitier of fools, the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, evil lord of Fireflies, and Seth Rollins, slayer of kings and beasts. I actually really like this one. Let's go ahead and take a look at our friend's weapons that he comes with, or equipment. Find a place where I can cut this open without hurting myself or the equipment. Oh, dude, check that out, man. These actually do peg in. Like, I thought they were just going to be covers, but they actually peg in. And they got tool, like the little hooks for Trapjaw. Like, how have these not been released for Trapjaw? Oh! And I just realized something. Here's the axe. So those cutouts must be... not very well thought out. Good Lord. This could have been better thought out. There we go. So you can attach his extra hands to his vest and have his axe and his mace stabbing him in the ass while he does it. But let's go ahead and pull those off. Maybe if we can. Really? Still, these would be cool to get extras of these for Trapjaw. So there you go. His weapons can actually attach on his hand, arms, wrists. Just like that. I wish I had a good clown laugh to put with this. But yeah, that's cool. I'm really glad they did that as attachments instead of just covers like with Mr. T. But I guess this would look like maybe he's transforming his hands into his weapons. I also wonder if that'll give him an advantage when we go into the ring. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a quick, better look at his face though, because they did like a lot of detail here. And actually, it's not just paint detail here. This is literally like a nice indent there. And they've got some texture under there. Hopefully you can get a good look at that. They did go all out with this head, I would say, again. This must have been like the middle of the run where it would have been like the heyday of these figures where they were really going all out with some of the features. Which makes me wonder, how come I didn't see more of these in the stores earlier? Nice red beady eyes. Yeah, this is a scary looking guy. Look at that. They even got the little hair, you know, little whole loopy thing. We could probably put him on a string and have him slide down like Trapjaw. This is another cool entry into the WWE, or Masters of the WWE universe. I'm not going to lie. Cost-wise right now, he's not in the top tier of cost, but he was a bit higher than the average price for getting the Masters of the WWE universe off of eBay, like second hand. Especially if you want to get him still in box. But he does seem to be another one of those ones that would be a great addition to our collection. And I do wish they would have given us the extra nice head. And I wonder if there is anybody... I wonder if any of the figures for him have that head where we could go ahead and maybe plop it on a Prince Adam body. Because that would be spectacular. And he's got enough wrestling personas, I would assume they would do it. Obviously, the Fiend is the obvious choice for this line of magic and mysticism and so forth, and technology. Anyway, let's go ahead and see how he does in the ring, and we will have him going up against Roddy Piper. And considering how easy Piper's head flies off when he does this, that axe may be the best item to have going with this one. I wonder if I can get him to aim for the head. Booyah! I think that's the first time Piper's head didn't go flying off when I did this too. Unfortunately, I could not do slow motion with the red lights. I'm not even sure how the couple of regular speed matches with the red lights turned out, but I hope they look pretty good. I'm gonna put them in no matter how they turned out. Probably even add the probably have even added the other one. Anyway, the slow motion one that didn't work. But as always, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace and love.
We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll